What's going on, everybody? Rob here. This is about the Versatube carport. Now the tubes are Versatube. The steel roofing is just regular steel roofing. So we've had this for a while. I got the cantilever gate. I got some videos up about the cantilever gate, the sliding gate, the motorized. I put that motor myself. But this is about the carport, things that people don't know about the carport. Okay, now with the carports itself, if you could see, this side of it is on bricks, right? That side of it's on bricks. You're putting in your carport, you got to make sure the slope is going to go to where the water goes to, and when you're putting on your steel panels, you're going to have to know that the slope is where you want it to go to. It's a cardinal in the background, because let me show you this. So what happened was the line right here, see the line? That line is overlapping where this is on the bottom part. So when it rained, the rain would go this way. The rain would come towards the house. So the carport itself would lean also, so when it would rain, it would drip in the middle, and then this is the side that all the water would be on, this side in the back. And I wanted it to go out towards the city alley, towards the other way. So I went ahead and lifted this whole end on bricks. The whole end on bricks going out towards the alleyway. So it did two things. One, no water drips off of this side right here, because it all goes that way. Now it does not come under the piece of steel, because see, the steel, it's on top of that one, so it goes this way and then it goes into the alley, right? So that little alley from here is pitched. It's pitched to go out a little bit, and that's a 2x6, a 2x6 that goes all the way across. So the water that drips down from here goes out towards the alley, and then this right here stays completely dry, right? So now there's, in this right here, those are 3-foot like spikes, 3-foot spikes all along that get hit into the ground. When these are put on together, they're shot together with screws all over to hold them in place. Now this right here is because when the posts settle for the cantilever gate, this was a little bit off. So all I did was tie it together, and it closes right. Couple things I like, couple things I don't like about this carport. So this is wider, believe it or not, is wider than my garage over here, wider than the garage over here. But this right here is a 12-foot by 20-foot, 12-foot by 20-foot. And well, of course, a couple things I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known about the slope and about overlapping the roof, so you watch for the drips and which way you want the water to flow when you put this up. If I had more money, I would have got the double one. But you got to measure, because the double one probably would have fit right here, but barely would have fit right here. I probably, see how it comes down? Now you could go all the way down on the side, and they got doors you could add for this, but this right here, I could fit under. Aha! But if this would have butt up against the door right here, I would have probably had to cut a doorway notch in this right here, right? So when it rains, love it. You pull up, you unload, you load or whatever. One of the big things this year was the sleet and the hail. The hail, when the hail, you worry about your car, you worry about the glass. Well, you got a carport, you don't got to worry about that. Now this is inside the city of Chicago, so like rows and rows and rows of houses. It's 3 feet staked in the ground all around it, so we're not really worried about this one blowing away or whatever. But in the Gary house, I might worry about the wind. I would have to be sure that that thing is hit into the ground, maybe with 4-foot stakes all around it, because I get so much wind on it. Now these solar panels are going to Gary, but I'm worried about putting them on the house because there's too much wind in the open area. Okay, so one thing I don't like about this, one thing I really don't like about this, probably the only thing I don't like about this, is when we wash the cars, right? You wash your cars in the fall and in the spring, if you wash your cars, and so it's chilly at nighttime and the sun comes out during the daytime, you get condensation on this. The condensation from the cold and the sun heating it drips on your car. I really don't like that, and I found that with the container homes too. Like in the containers, there was a place I worked at that had a container outside. Like, oh, it's nice for storage. Same thing on the inside of the container. It drips from the condensation. So this does drip from the condensation. Other than that, is there anything you don't like about it? Nothing that you don't like about it. I mean, we love it. It just makes perfect sense. Only thing is, if I had the money, I would have went wider on it. But at that point, I didn't have the money. Hell, right now I still don't got the money, but I'm glad we got it when we did. So either way, that's a little review on the Versatube carport. And like I said, the tubes are only the Versatube. The roof is just steel roofing from Menards. All right, talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.